Swiggity Soo, how'd you do guys? This is Kid Punch and I'm back again guys with another episode of Pokemon Showdown Sessions. Before I go any further though guys, if you'd like to leave a like, comment or even subscribe to the channel, that'd be absolutely awesome guys. But like I say in all my videos, only do it under your free one, only if you actually enjoyed today's episode. So today we are using the same team as the episode before and the episode before that. And was it the episode before that? Yeah, we've used this team for 3 episodes so far, but basically it's Scar's hybrid team of, well, this is a Scar hybrid team of Gardevoir, Amoonguss, Conkeldurr, Thundurus, Heatran, and Tyranitar. Basically, the only things I've really changed are the few moves, a few items, and also I've changed Conkeldurr for Landorus because I just prefer Conkeldurr all round for anti-meta. So let's see how we can do with this team and let's get straight into it. Also, just a big amount, well, not a big announcement, but I will not be uploading for the next week or so, only because I'm on holiday. I'm going to Spain to celebrate my auntie's wedding. I should have told you guys earlier and probably pre-recorded a few episodes, but yesterday and the day before I had a college assignment due, and also I had my practical, well, my driving theory test. I actually ended up passing my driving theory test, which is absolutely fantastic. I'm really happy about that, but basically I haven't really had enough time. I've sort of had to concentrate on real life things over a channel, so that's exactly what I've done, so I hope you guys do appreciate that. So we come up against a really cool team. Obviously we have like a lot of wings and a lot of legs. That's all I can say about this team. But anyway, we come up against a team consisting of Lucario, Gardevoir, Escudero, Dragonite, Hydreigon, and Charizard. So obviously there's 2 potential mega. Well, there's 3 potential megas. Gardevoir and Charizard probably being like a dual mega team. Where obviously where you only bring one or the other. For this matchup, my opponent's probably going to bring Gardevoir because Gardevoir does more damage to this team. Other Pokemon to bring. To be honest, my opponent isn't likely to bring that Dragonite only because it doesn't do much work. So he's got a Hydreigon, an Escudero, a Gardevoir, and a Lucario. So I think we can deal with this team quite nicely. I have in fact put Hidden Power Ice on my Heatran. You might be able just to see that. But I put Hidden Power Ice. Timid, 252 special attack. Heatran does actually just get the KO on 4 HP Landorus, which is really nice to know. So my opponent really doesn't have a fantastic way to deal with Gardevoir and Amoonguss, apart from the Charizard maybe. So basically what I really want to do here is open up with Tyranitar and also open up with Amoonguss at the same time, just because those 2 actually offer me really good coverage. Obviously if my opponent wants to open up with Charizard, I can Rock Slide it. And yeah, so it just seems like a really good play. In fact, do I really want to do that though? Yeah, I do. I want to have Thundurus in the back. And for my last Pokemon, do I want Heatran? I do, but I don't. Gardevoir, you know, can get the Hyper Voice off. It's just a lot of damage to my opponent's team, but do I really need it? Heatran seems like a really good option as well. And so does Conkeldurr. But I think I'm going to have to bring Gardevoir because it is Mega, but no, I'm going to bring Heatran instead of Gardevoir. So he puts over Escudero and Dragonite here, something I really wasn't expecting actually. So basically my opponent here can go for the Dragon Dance and also the Earthquake with his Escudero. So basically what I'm going to do this turn is that I'm going to Rock Slide here, just to break any focus slashes on Escudero. And at the same time, I really actually want to go for a Spore onto the Dragonite. Yeah, I'm going to go for that play. So he goes for a Drill Run, doesn't actually take me out, which is fantastic. He goes for Outrage with Dragonite, okay. I get the Rock Slide off, it's resisted by Escudero, of course. It actually Okos the Dragonite straight down. Well, of course, after the Rocky Helmet damage, but I'll take it. So since his Escudero did reveal Drill Run, it obviously means that he doesn't have Earthquake. Well, he might do actually, but I doubt it. Basically what I really want to do here is switch out both Amoonguss and Tyranitar. I can't afford to lose these 2 Pokemon so early. He opens up with Gardevoir, or brings in Gardevoir, which is really good for us because basically this time I could just switch into Heatran. And at the same time, do I want to bring in Thundurus? Because I really don't want to lose Tyranitar so early. Yeah, I'm going to bring in Thundurus. Because basically the role of Thundurus at the moment is to get a Thunder Wave onto Gardevoir. Obviously my Heatran can deal with that Escudero easily with a Flamethrower. It's really good that Tyranitar actually survived the Drill Run. I was expecting Earthquake, which I know I could take. I wasn't too sure about Drill Run, but it's just really good that we did learn that we could take that. So he does have Gardevoir here. He goes for the Moonblast actually onto Heatran. I'm a little bit confused at why he has Moonblast over something more, like a lot better, like Hyper Voice, because obviously it gets Pixate boost and has the same base power. But oh well, I'll take it. So basically, I'm going to Flamethrower this Edgedrill here, and I'm actually just going to Thunder Wave the Gardevoir. If Edgedrill wakes up, then obviously we're going to be in a little bit of trouble, but that'll be fine because Amoonguss deals with it quite well. And also Tyranitar does have Low Kick and Crunch. Actually, I don't know how much Low Kick will do to an Edgedrill. Maybe I need to run calcs on that, but we might be able to learn that today in this showdown session, because that's the main thing. I might actually just go for a Crunch because it is a safer option. So one thing I also have been looking forward to run on my Tyranitar is Assurance, only because it's slower than most of the Pokemon on the team, apart from maybe Conkeldurr and Amoonguss. But Assurance is a move that has 60 base power, but actually turns to 120 if the target you're aiming at has been damaged the same turn. So obviously we have... Okay, so you Paralyze Thunders, Edgedrill stays asleep, which is fantastic, get the Flamethrower off, and Gardevoir gets a Moonblast off. Still really surprised at Moonblast, but you know what, if that's what my opponent wants to run, then go for it. Like I was saying before, like obviously Assurance would do quite a good amount of damage. We do have Rock Slide on Conkeldurr, I think. Do we? I'm pretty sure we do. It could be Rock Slide, but I think I replaced it for Knockoff. Yeah, we actually replaced Rock Slide for Knockoff. I'm not sure if you guys know about that, but obviously now you do. Okay, this is really good. Because this turn, all I have to do here is Protect with Heatran and get a Thunder Wave off onto Hydreigon. I want to keep Heatran around as much as possible. Basically, Hydreigon, as long as Hydreigon gets paralyzed, then I'm going to be in a really good position. I can switch in a Amoonguss, start, Rage Powdering, just taking any hits. And obviously dishing them out with Tyranitar as well. You can always go for the Power Flinches as well, which is a really good tactic. Well, it's not a really good tactic, but you know what I mean. It's just an okay tactic that sort of comes off. With my opponent with like a 50% chance of flinch, and it's pretty, it's definitely worth running. Is it 50%? Yeah, it's probably like 55%, I think. I'm not too sure. So we Protect with Heatran off. We get the Thunder Wave onto Hydro. I just don't want him to end up going for something like Focus Blast, because that's what Gardevoir's run. Oh god. So basically what I'm going to do this turn is I'm going to switch into a Amoonguss. Do I want to do that actually? Because Amoonguss can't really provide much pressure. Okay, what I'm going to do is turns like a Hidden Power Ice to Hydreigon and go for a Swagger onto Gardevoir. I know I'm pulling out the Swagger hacks, but that's the whole reason of running it. Also, you Thunder Wave to hell out your opponents. And then with that 25% chance to paralyze, and also with the 50% chance to hit themselves in confusion, it does really put the odds in your favour. So that's why I'm running Swagger on this Thunders. Also, Hidden Power Ice just doesn't seem very appealing to me. I do run it on Heatran instead. But I'd much rather something like Taunt over it. So we get a Hidden Power Ice off onto Hydreigon. Does an okay amount of damage. He goes for Dark Pulse, showing that he probably Dazzling Gleam. Oh my gosh. Oh dear. Okay. I'm really confused at my opponent's tactics here, with this Gardevoir. Maybe he should be running something a little bit different, but oh well. I'll just run with it for the time being. But like I was saying before, what was I saying before? I think it was about Thunders. I don't know. But anyway, yeah, we're doing a really good job here of like stalling out my opponent. We get the Flamethrower off onto Gardevoir. Doesn't do that much damage. We get the Rock Slide off onto Hydreigon and Gardevoir. We don't automatically won that game because Sandstorm takes it down to a point where it knocks out. We actually end up winning that 3-0. Yeah, 3-0. I feel kind of bad because obviously we sort of relied on a bit of RNG, but obviously that's the whole point of Thunders. That's why I personally hate it. The only reason I'm running it on this team because it does a really good job of just putting on the paralysis. I'd much rather run it over something like Zapdos, because Zapdos just doesn't. Zapdos is one of those Pokemon that it doesn't get it doesn't get quick speed control off because obviously it doesn't get Prankster. Instead it gets Tailwind, which I guess is a nice move to have, but also with the Thunder Wave, it's just nice to have as well. So we come up against a team here consisting of Aegislash, Milotic, Rotom Wash, Salamence, Greninja, and Gallade. So we have 3 water types here, which is something you don't often see. I guess you can't really count Greninja as a water type unless it switches in, only because it gets Protean as its ability. I like the team. Obviously, someone like Conkeldurr does a really good job against my opponent's team. Apart from that Salamence, which obviously Gardevoir can deal with, I think we're going to have a really good time. So basically, what I want to do here is open up with Thundurus. Thundurus just puts a lot of pressure onto my opponent. Rotom Wash might be a bit of a problem here, but I think we can deal with it. And who else do I want to open up with? I want to open up with Conkeldurr. Well, not Amoonguss. That's saying click Amoonguss. So I want to open up Conkeldurr and Thundurus. Obviously, if he has that Silence switched like as an opener, you can always switch in Heat Round, which I'm going to run in the back. In fact, no, I don't want to run Heat Round just because of all the water types. So I'm going to bring Conkeldurr, Thundurus, Tyranitar. I definitely think is a viable Pokemon here. And for my last Pokemon, I really want to bring Gardevoir. So you bring Conkeldurr and Thundurus against Rotom Wash and Milotic. Nice. So, basically what I want to do this turn is I want to Drain Punch the Rotom Wash. And I actually want to Swagger this Milotic straight away. Yeah, I'm going to Swagger the Milotic. Obviously, he brings in Salamence, and we're going to be in a bit of a tricky situation if we Swagger it. We don't... It goes for a Hydro Pump, actually. It goes for an Ice Beam as well. That actually takes out Thundurus. I really didn't want that to happen then. Okay, not to worry. So we're going to bring in Gardevoir here. We trace Levitate, which doesn't really matter. To be honest, tracing Competitive would have been really cool here. But this time, basically, I'm just going to Drain Punch the Rotom Wash once again. Mega Evolve and go straight for the Trick Room. Basically, there's nothing really stopping us from doing that. Which is going to be fantastic. He runs Shadow Ball. Oh my god. And Dragon Pulse. Why are we coming against so many different weird movesets? I don't understand it. We're not even low down on the ladder. More like 1300s as well. I don't understand it. 1300s on Battlespot would be really weird, but obviously we're not on Battlespot. So basically this turn I want to knock off the Aegislash and go for a Protect with Gardevoir. I really don't want Gardevoir taking a lot of hits. So we get a knockoff off. Please say, okay, it's Air Balloon, not wow, it's physical Aegislash. That's sick. Oh god. What are we gonna do here? Okay, what I'm gonna do this turn is knock off the Aegislash. If he goes for a King Shield, that's fine. And I'm gonna go for a Hyper Voice. Okay, he does go for King Shield, which is fine. Knockoff obviously isn't gonna do much because we are gonna be put -2. Okay, he gets a Skull Burn. Okay, can we win this? Not with that damage, he can't. Okay. This time I'm going to switch out Tyranitar. Switch in Tyranitar, sorry. And go straight for another Hyper Voice. I'm just thinking of how we can win this. So you bring in Tyranitar here. He goes for a Shadow Sneak, which is fine. Goes for a Dragon Pulse. Doesn't do much because Tyranitar is so bulky, of course. I'm going to switch in Conkeldurr here. This time I'm just going to go for a Rock Slide and a Drain Punch onto Milotic. Is that the best move though? Yeah, we're going to have to go for that. We're going to have to, you know, take the Aegislash. Okay, he goes for King Shield, which is fantastic. So we get the Drain Push off onto Milotic, which gives us a bit of HP regeneration. We get the Rock Slide off onto Milotic, which takes it out, which is really good. Twisted Dimensions turn back to normal, meaning Trick Room does run out. Brings in Salamence here, which is a bit scary. Okay, I don't think we can win this now. I'm going to Rock Slide here, and also I'm just going to Mach Punch this Salamence. Yeah, basically we can't win. Because, it goes for a Dragon. What are you playing at? Oh my gosh. Why would he do that? He could go for another rock slide here. Why would he go for a Dragon Dance when he could just take out Conkeldurr and Ironhead Tyranitar for the win? Okay, again, Mach Punch Salamence again. Okay, goes for a King Shield. Get a Mach Punch off. Goes for Dragon Claw. Where's the return? I'm so confused right now. I'm really confused. Why is my opponent not won? He could have just, like, downright won. Okay. I'm really confused. I actually want to see the rating of what my opponent was. I'm super confused at why he didn't win. It's not actually letting the ladder update, so I guess I don't know what's wrong with the ladder then. Okay. So, obviously, we've won 2 games so far. Second game we definitely should not have won. Obviously, Rotom and Milotic put in really good work. I'm super confused at why, why my opponent didn't go for a return. Like, why Dragon Claw? Like, maybe his moveset was like... I can't think of a moveset he could have run though that would have made him win the game. So maybe Dragon Dance Protect, Dragon Claw, and the last move has to be returned, obviously. Unless he ran like Earthquake or Rock Slide. Oh dear. But anyway, we come into our last battle of the game, which is actually Aaron Zeng's World Championships team. That's actually really cool. Wow, I really like this team. Basically, this is a really cool team to come up against. Basically, his plan was to use Calm Mind and Sylveon, Leech Seed on Ferrothorn, and just basically use Shadow Tag on Gothitelle just to bring down his opponents. I definitely know that Gothitelle does have Protect on it, so that's something I gotta be a bit wary of. Swampert is Assault Vest. Yeah, it is Assault Vest. So that's fine. So basically this turn I wanna open up Gardevoir and Heatran straight down. Who else do I want? I want Thundurus, I think. In fact, no, I don't want Thundurus. I want Gardevoir, Heatran, Amoonguss. And for my last Pokemon, I really want to bring Conkeldurr. Yeah, Conkeldurr seems like a really good option. So we open up with Heatran and Gardevoir, which is amazing. As he opens up with Blaziken and Ferrothorn, which is fine. Because basically, Blaziken, 145 speed. Okay, he will be faster, and that's because obviously we get speed boost from his from traits, but since we're max HP instead of max speed, we obviously don't outspeed it. So what I'm gonna do here is go for a Hyper Voice and go for a Flamethrower onto Ferrothorn. That's all I can do. So he switches out into Sylveon, that's fine. He goes for a Super Power straight up to Heatran. I bet he's absolutely bricking it at the moment. We get the Flamethrower off onto Sylveon. We go for the Hyper Voice. Does so much damage. I absolutely love Heatran with the Focus Sash. It's absolutely incredible. The amount of times it's actually caught people off guard is insane. What do I want to do this turn? Basically, I want to go for the Psychic onto Sylveon, and I want to switch out into Conkeldurr. No, Amoonguss. I'm going to switch Heatran out into Amoonguss. Wow. So, we're in a really good position here. It's a Sylveon, a Swampert, I guess, and a Salamence in the back. Maybe Gothitelle, I doubt it though. My opponent probably just went full offense with his team. Against his team, sorry. So it's Ferrothorn. Oh yeah, of course it's Ferrothorn. We do get a special defense drop. He goes for Earth Power onto Amoonguss, which is fine. This time I can go for a Hyper Voice. Right. This turn I'm going to switch out to Conkeldurr. for God of War. Actually, you can go straight for the Giga Drain onto Swampert. So he goes for Ice Beam, doesn't quite take us out, which is fantastic. Get the Giga Drain off, recover so much HP. Goes for Leech Seed onto Conkeldurr, which is fine. Right, is Heatran important? Not really. I'm going to switch out Heatran here. In fact, no. Right, this time I'm going to go for a Drain Punch onto Ferrothorn. And I'm actually going to go for the Spore onto Swampert, because then I Giga... okay, no, Giga Drain didn't go first. Okay. So basically this time I'm going to Drain Punch the Swampert and switch out into Heatran. Yeah. Right, because basically I think that Conkeldurr can deal with this Ferrothorn. Goes for a Power Whip. It actually misses, which is really bad for my opponent. I feel really bad about that. But basically he brings a Sylveon, which is fine. I'm going to switch into a Mungus here and go for a Protect with my God of War. Basically I want to try cancel out this Protect onto Sylveon. I go for the Protect. Sylveon goes straight for the Hyper Voice actually. He goes for a Power Whip onto God of War, which is fine. So this turn I'm going to Spore the Sylveon. And go for a Hyper Voice. And go for a Hyper Voice, yeah. So that actually takes out Sylveon, which is fantastic. We go for the Spore onto Ferrothorn, which doesn't actually work because obviously he is immune. So this time I'm just going to Giga Drain Ferrothorn. I actually switch out into Conkeldurr. So we get the Giga Drain off, does pitiful damage. Goes for a Gyro Ball onto Mungus actually. He does take Rocky Helmet damage. So I'm just going to go for the same moves here. So basically I'm going to go for the Giga Drain onto Ferrothorn. And what item does he have? He does have Leftovers. So is it worth going straight for the knockoff? No, I'm going to go for a Drain Punch. Yeah, that was definitely worth it. So we actually recover all our HP back. And we actually do end up winning that battle. Me and my opponent did have a bit of a conversation throughout the battle. He said slash Heatran with a question mark. I put that's so clutch right with a question mark. He said yes. So that's it guys. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys did enjoy. Don't forget to leave a like if you want to. We need to get more retention rate guys. I really want more views on the videos, but obviously that just comes with persistence. And I hope to see you guys in like 9 days. Hopefully 9 or 10 days when I'll be uploading again. So thanks for watching guys. Go check out my other content. And for now, Pancham people, goodbye.